What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's goal is to get the Evo 8 up and running now. I know I told you guys in the last video that I wanted to go ahead and get the car started, but then we ended up losing sunlight and it kind of got a little dark. So today we are definitely gonna get this car started for real. So we were in the process of installing the AEM Fuel Rail, which we did, but I took it out only because I wanted to go ahead and change the O-rings on the fuel pressure regulator and the feed line on the car. So I picked up this O-ring kit from Napa. These are supposedly the heat resistant, so this should be really good. Just kind of double checking everything else. Also, I went over to my cousin's house last night. He had an extra fuel pump seal, so that was pretty awesome of him. Herman, watching this, shout out to you. So now we can go ahead and slap this bad boy in the car, make sure everything else is all nice and tight. Also picked up this fuel system cleaner. We got some fresh fuel as well too. Pick up some new engine oil. We got some oil filter, new spark plugs that I'm going to go ahead and throw on, power steering fluid. So the previous owners said that it was leaking here. I don't know what's going on. He said that he kind of tightened it. Not sure if they're supposed to have a seal though, but yeah, so that's leaking. But I want to go ahead and top it up before we start up the car. And then now it kind of looks like it's starting to drizzle. It's always such a bad timing for me. Every time I work on a car, it always starts to rain, and it's like always a bad timing. I want to go ahead and just kind of take care of the O-ring gaskets, and then we can go ahead and start removing the ignition coil, valve cover, inspect the cylinder head, make sure everything is all good. And we need to really take out this battery out of the car because it's super dead. So we're gonna go ahead and take out the battery out of my Evo, and we're also gonna take out the nut on the power cable side of my car and put it on top here because this one is missing. So yeah, I really want to get this going, guys. I really do. And you can see here, the whole dashboard interior parts is back in place. I decided to kind of put everything back in only because it might take a while to find a replacement dash. As you can see right there, the passenger airbag exploded and kind of tore the dashboard. So let's go ahead and get this thing banged up. It's kind of starting to rain, and I really want to get this thing done already by the end of the night. So if all goes to plan, we should see something to happen. Alright, so we get the fuel rail in, also the injector plugs back in place, vacuum hose, fuel pressure regulator, and 2 new O-ring gasket. I'm kind of a little worried about those O-ring gaskets because they kind of slipped in pretty easy, and I'm just gonna double check it, make sure when we start up the car and it's not gonna be leaking. So if it leaks, at least we still have our old O-ring gasket. I can go ahead and throw it back in. Next, we're gonna go ahead and start removing the valve cover. So first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna remove 3 bolts in each coil to take it out. The timing cover, there's only 4 bolts. There are 10 millimeters on the ignition coil, 10mm bolts all around the valve cover. I think there is like 10 bolts that's holding on the valve cover. Then just remove the vacuum hose from this end and then that end, and then that's about it. Damn. So we have a problem. You can see that. Damn, this got chipped. Here's another one too on the exhaust side. So the exhaust side and the intake side on the camshaft, they're chipped. Damn, that sucks. It doesn't show that this camshaft is an aftermarket. Oh, look at this cam holder. That's like slightly cracked. You guys can see right there. Man. It does have ARP head studs, so that's really nice. So at least I don't have to order. I'm kind of worried about this head. I don't know what else is damaged. It's really hard to tell. So I turned the engine over about 2 revolutions and I don't see any stamp on top on this camshaft, so that kind of shows that this camshaft is stock. But that doesn't look really good. Like, how's that possible? Man, it's a good thing that I do have an extra stock camshaft when I went to go ahead and put an HKS 272 on mine. So it's a good thing I can go ahead and swap that over. I mean, I can go ahead and just put everything back on and just kind of start it, but I really don't know. I'm kind of worried. Well, I think we're just gonna just at least run it for like maybe 2 to 3 minutes, just see if the car really idles. Fortunately, we can't even run the car that long because, like I said, on the radiator support, something's kind of off, and that lower radiator hose doesn't even reach to the bottom of that radiator right there. I think I'm just gonna put everything back in, and before I put in the new spark plugs, I'm gonna go ahead and just put like a little cap of oil into the cylinder wall. That way it will help the piston rings to seat properly and just bump the compression. Now unfortunately now it's kind of starting to rain, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of wait a little bit till it stops raining, and then we can continue on working on the car. You know, it's a really good thing that we did pull off the valve cover and inspect everything that is on the cylinder head, because if not, we wouldn't even know what was going on. You know, for instance, the camshaft, sick. The cam holder doesn't seem like it has a crack. It was just some sort of little adhesive, so that's a good thing. We don't have to worry about that. Timing belt, it seems better days as well. See some little molded on top there. The ignition coil out of cylinder 4, that little boot, where is it, was stuck, so they didn't even want to come out with it. We're just gonna do everything, pull the plugs out, drain the oil, put in the oil filter, put oil on top of the camshaft all around. Let's go ahead and bang it out. The rain kind of stopped, so I might have like a 10-15 minute window. Let's just get going. Alright guys, so this is where we at. So we put in the new battery, We double check everything that we did, put in the coils back, valve cover, put new spark plugs, engine oils inside. I did put a vacuum hose from one of the nipple to the intake manifold and to the blow up valve, but that broke the tip, so I just kind of plug it from the wastegate to the turbo. We're just gonna run that for now. There is no electric stock boost controller right there, so that's like not there. Gas in the tank, double check everything else. I'm not gonna cover that yet. I just want to make sure that everything is not gonna be squirting out or something gets loose. So we got the harnesses that goes on over the tank plugged back inside the car. So I connected the battery and I don't see any light comes on. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the key in the ignition and see if something dings. Oh. Okay. Well, looks like it's on. The good part is that we got power, so that's really good. So before I go ahead and start the car, as of right now, I did disconnect the crankshaft sensor. That way there's no fuel dumping into the motor yet. I want to go ahead and just kind of cycle the engine first, make sure getting all the oil into the lifters, springs, camshaft, all around the engine before we can do the initial startup. I am so freaking nervous right now. It's like my anxiety is kicking in. We're just gonna crank over the engine. Oh, dude, I don't know, just kick it in. I'm so freaking nervous. I just hope that everything that we did on the car went back the way how it's supposed to. Oh, okay. Let's see how this goes. All right, here goes the first crank. Make sure it's a neutral, clutch is in. Let's give it a shot. I wonder if the starter is froze. Maybe we'll just give it a little couple hit and see if it kind of works. All right, let's try this again. I can hear the fuel pump priming. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the starter is no good. So we're gonna have to take the starter out of my Evo and replace it and put it on top here. I got the starter in, took it off of my Evo and put it on Jalen's. Here's the old starter. Kind of seen better days. Here's some damage over here. Damn, this thing just got beat. Let's see if this thing turns over now. Okay. Okay, that should be good enough. Pretty much plugged everything back in and let's just see how that starts. I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. It wouldn't help if I reconnect the crankshaft sensor. So nervous I am. I forgot to plug those in. Oh, the moment of truth. It has to build up pressure, so it might take a while. I think I got everything plugged in. Fuel pump is priming, car is cranking over. I'm trying to think what else. Maybe I'll just have to keep priming. Maybe I'll just spray clean inside in the intake side and see if it will start up. It should. If it doesn't, then we got more problems. This is like the old trick when I did to my car when I first picked it up. I think this should be good enough. How do you feel right now?
I better start.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
Oh, you're not nervous?
I'm not nervous.
A little excited. Yeah. This baby better start up. Come on. So I took out the Allen screw out from the fuel rail and it's so dry. I don't know what's going on. It's a 255 wall bro inside the car that I got from B&M Performance and it doesn't even work. I mean, no gas coming out of there. So that's why we're having issues trying to start this car up. Let me go ahead and disconnect the lines from here and then see if there's any fluid comes out. They should have. It's dry. Nothing. I wonder if the fuel pump inside here is bad. I might have to go ahead and take it out. Maybe we could just have to take it out my car and just store it in here and see if it does the trick. So everything looks fine in the fuel tank. You can see there's a lot of gas inside there, so I know for sure that we filled up in a good amount. So I took out my fuel pump out of the Evo 8. So we're just gonna go ahead put it inside Jalen's car, and this should really start the car. This should really start the car. If it doesn't start, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to do a little more digging. Fuel pump is in. Okay, this is the final. This is guaranteed gonna start this car. Literally gonna start this car. Let's go. What? Oh! Yo! Yes! Dude, the car freaking starts now! Woo! Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah! Woo!
So it was just the pump.
Oh! Check this out. Come over here. You got a freaking runner! Woo! What do you think?
So am I keeping the pump?
I gotta go where you want to go, but I'm freaking excited! Hell yeah!
It smells like it hasn't been running.
Oh man, this is great. This is freaking great. She's a little quiet though, but she sounds very, very healthy. What do you think right now?
It smells like it hasn't been running for so long.
I know, it's okay though, but anything that she runs, oh, I am so freaking excited right now. So we ended up had to replace the starter. Well, take the starter off my car and put it on Jalen's car. And then after that, car didn't want to, it cranks over and it didn't want to start, and it was starving for fuel. So we ended up taking the fuel pump out of her car, put my fuel pump in her car, and she's a runner. She's a freaking runner. So now we gotta have to get a starter and a replacement 255 wall bro, because obviously the one that we got from B&M Performance didn't really work. So man, I feel so proud. I'm pumped. I am super pumped.
We know it's running.
Yeah, I am so excited. I can't wait till the day that we can finally drive together side by side. And
now I just need the front.
Yeah, we definitely need to work on the front though, but that's later on. I mean, we have, at least we got a lot of things to kind of work on, but main thing, the engine runs. That's all that matters, if she can move. So as of right now, I got a new driver's side axle. I'm gonna go ahead and get that replaced because the time that we picked up the car, there was no hardware, bolts and nut on the lower control arm on the spindle. And if you guys have seen the video when we picked up the Evo, you can see why. I got new hardwares from STM Tune. We got a new axle. We're gonna go ahead and put that in and shoot start moving. I really want to start this car one time. I really want to start this car one time. It's like one time. Let me try this again. One more time. Oh man. Oh, this is great. This is freaking great. Damn. Oh, I am so pumped.
Shoot, I wasn't even recording.
Are you serious?
No, just kidding.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Cleaning the fuel tank was like one of the best decisions that I ever kind of went with. You know, besides not buying the tank, but taking the tank out and putting the tank back in.
And how much did that save you?
That saved me over $1,000. So at least about, I say, maybe less than $100 of buying the chemical. We only used like 2 chemicals that we put in the fuel tank. And then we got the fuel tank gauge unit that was used, the fuel tank temperature, the fuel temperature sensor that was new from STM Tune, and a Phil 255 Walbro from B&M Performance. But we got a good housing, but I don't think I'm gonna message them. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and order a new one already. I don't want to be bothered by them. But yeah, man.
Okay, you better finish up.
Yeah,
It's gonna rain.
Finish it up. I just can't believe it, guys. I can't believe it. We actually got the Evo started. Oh man, it's such a freaking great feeling. Although we did have some little issues here and there though, but I was just super happy that we got the car started. Engine sounds absolutely healthy, amazing. Even besides that camshaft, there was some damage right there. I know that the car is smoking, if you guys seen in the video, but it just looks like it's burning off from the exhaust manifold gasket. And the power steering pump is making noise. You can see it's leaking through there. So I gotta really check that out. Like what Tyson said, one deal of a lifetime. I just want to go ahead and tell you guys how much I really appreciate every single one of you guys that's been supporting me on the YouTube channel, you know, friends, family, and you know, you guys been really amazing. And you know, it's been such a freaking journey, you know, where everything is at. I've been started doing YouTube content I think 8 months ago. That's the first day till now. I've been doing a little bit better. I mean, not, you know, I'm doing whatever the best I can though. I just want to appreciate every single one of you guys who've been following with the journey, with everything, what's going on with the build, the project, anything that is going on with my life. And you know, I hope this really helped for anybody who deals with like rusted fuel tank, especially if it has to do with an Evo or any other cars though. I mean, like I said, it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a little bit of money though, but it's freaking well worth it. Yeah, I am so pumped, guys. I am super pumped. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think the whole process of the Evo 8 build, my wife's Evo 8 build, and you know, she's super excited. We are really grateful where everything is at. You know, God is good all the time. Thank you, Jesus, for giving me the strength, giving me the patience, the knowledge, wisdom, you know, protection when I'm working on the car, guidance. You know, if it wasn't for him, God is number one, and God has always been my heart. And you know, without God, I wouldn't able to do this. Along, you know, with my wife for supporting me and helping me grow, you know, just continually growing in the field. And man, this is crazy, guys. This is really crazy. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys, I know a lot of you guys have talents, and I know you guys are really afraid, maybe not afraid, maybe you just don't want to do it, maybe you just feel like, you know, you had a different round and you can go with that way though. But if you guys really want to do anything in your life, anything that has to do with the talent you've been given, take that step out of that comfort zone, because once you start and you just keep pushing, you'll look back and be like, it's a good thing that I started. And that's what I'm trying to say here, starting a YouTube channel, video content. It's been such a freaking journey, and I'm glad that I actually got to start doing videos and, you know, connect with other people out the world, which is pretty amazing, and help anybody here on the channel to kind of go through, like, you know, the Evo belt or anything that is similar to cars. But yeah, I'm pumped, guys. We have a lot more ways to go with this car, but she starts, she runs, she's quiet though. She needs to be loud, she needs to be built. Hopefully we'll get everything, once we get everything all situated, get the car fast. Shout out my tuner, Dr. Boost here. We're gonna push this stock turbo to 2830 psi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. That is the wrap for the night, guys. Aloha, and I'll see you guys in the next one.